to recap, I am on, excuse me, you should see this. This is like Command Central here. But I'm on StreamYard, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma barak. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining. Welcome. Again, my name is Radia Hutchin, for those of you who don't know me. If you're not following me, I do request the follow. Why? Because on TikTok, I am trying to grow, as well as Instagram, trying to grow my account to 10K, inshallah. Thank you so much for the hearts. Um, and so that is one of the ways in which you can help me to grow my account by following me, by sending those hearts. The hearts are an indication of the algorithm, and the algorithm helps to send out the live so more and more people can see it and join, especially if they want to get this for $79.90 versus $94. So we've got less than 2 hours left before this price increases. Okay. So I just want to make sure I had enough time to get on here and let you all know that. Last night I was too tired. I couldn't get back on here. So I apologize for those of you who may have been looking for me last night. I got on earlier in the day, not knowing, excuse me, that they were even having a flash sale until I got on. And so now that I know, and I'm being more intentional, so that those of you who have been wanting to get this, but didn't want to pay $94 or $96, whatever the price was, um, they did have the original price up here, and they don't now. But this is either $94 or $96, and so now you could get it for $79.90, and I would go ahead and get it. Um, this is the best, and I'm not just saying it because I'm selling it. I'm saying it because Rashid, the owner of Bionatal, made sure of it. Okay, and apparently others agree. Why do they agree? Because every year he gets a reward. I say reward. Why do I keep saying it? Award for having the best black seed oil on the market. Okay. He has tested it with other countries, his seeds, the seeds from other countries, such as Yemen, um, Saudi, Egypt, India, and all of them did not hold up to uh, the Ethiopian black seeds. Okay, and so that is what he went with in making this particular black seed oil. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of information for those of you who are not aware of this company or their process or anything like that. So it's freshly sourced from the Ethiopian farms, as I mentioned. The black seed oil is 100% Ethiopian Nigala sativa. I always have difficulty saying that. Anyway, they have sustainable growing practices for those of you who are concerned about that, pesticides, herbicides, and the environment, biodegradable, all of those things. The seeds come from certified sustainable growers, ensuring the health of the land and the purity of the oil. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma barik. Fresh crop. Each bottle contains oil extracted from seeds no older than 12 months for maximum potency. Okay. And so I want to spend a little time. Well, let me talk about this first. So the seeds, they are pure, Sortex cleaned for purity, resulting in a product with 99% purity level. Okay. They are cold pressed one time, just one time. And why is that so significant? Because if you do it more than once, um, that involves more heat, that involves heat, actual heat. And we'll get into that in a second, a little more. And it also has optimal preservation of the nutrients. Why? You see, I don't have my, let's see. Oh, here we go. So this is a glass bottle. This is not plastic, okay? And why is that important? Because if it were plastic, whatever, regardless as to the quality of the oil, the plastic all is made from chemicals, right? And so all of the chemicals will leach into the product. So not only would you be getting the black seed oil, but you will be getting the plastic, and the plastic is toxic. Okay, so you're getting, I mean, it's like you're canceling out the oil by putting it in plastic, you know. So you're not going to benefit. You really won't benefit if you had gotten or get or choose to get black seed oil from a company who puts their oil in a bottle, a plastic bottle in particular. Okay, and if you notice, it's black. It's black. Why is that significant? You've been trying to get rid of good, good, all of your plastic containers. Thank you. Um, so the reason that this is black, it could be amber, it could be blue, anything dark. Why? Because that helps to preserve the oil that's inside so that it doesn't go rancid. Rancid meaning go bad. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you all so much for joining. Abdullah, Celeste, Nikki. Trying to see everybody I see. Brooklyn, um, Darlene. Thank you all so much for joining, and the rest of you as well. Those are just names that I could see right away. Mario Garcia, I see you also. For whatever you said, I gotta translate it, and I ain't got time for that. You put it in Spanish, yeah, from what I can see. And this thing is moving. Okay. So some other things that I want to share with you about the seeds. So the way in which he cold presses his seeds, it gets two thirds of the oil. Is he's able to extract two-thirds. I didn't bother to get, I just wanted to hurry up and get on here since it's less than 2 hours that you all have access to this, being so this flash sale. The other ones are on sale also. This is the Ethiopian. He also has the Egyptian black seed oil that is also on flash sale. And for those of you, I'm telling you, let me tell you about the word spicy. We know black people, we love spice. Not all of us. And some of us who are not accustomed or like spicy is because we didn't grow up with it, or we can't handle the ramifications of what happens to us after, right? So, but let me tell you what spicy is. When I tell you spicy, okay, this is how potent this is. And we have we have the high concentration of thymoquinone to thank for that. And just so you're aware, for those of you who know anything about that, we're going to call it TQ for short, because sometimes I have difficulty saying it, but it's 4.64%. Okay. And that means that is the highest concentration of antioxidants. We all need that. It's cold flu season. Our children are in school, bringing home germs. For those of us that are doctors, nurses, midwives, nurses, aides, working with the elderly themselves, anywhere where your immune system can be compromised, you need antioxidants and a high concentration of it. And this is the highest that I've ever come across. I'm not a scientist. I do research. I'm not a scientist, and perhaps I should have gone that route, because that's just something I do, because of my journey, as it relates to my health and that of my family. So anywho, so we want antioxidants, right? We don't want to have to keep taking different products, in order to make sure that we're getting the amount that we need. I'm telling you, no one-stop shop right here. Okay. And so spicy. This wasn't the particular oil, but it's just as potent. I'll say it like this. So I'm doing, well, let me say this. Um, so my children, as I raised them, we were raised on essential oils. And by the way, this is would be considered an essential oil. Okay. And so I had gotten them accustomed to taking a particular essential oil, not knowing about this company back then. But anyway, um, and so, I was told before that this particular oil that I wanted to use was spicy. Okay. Um, but there should be a disclaimer on the word spicy. Okay. So, you know, there's some signs that I pay attention to as it relates to my children when they're sick, especially when they're that young. And so I heard my son coughing, and I told him, go get it, take it. And he must have thought because he was an earshot away from hearing a demo that was done in our home as it relates to explaining what essential oils are. And so he remembering he heard that this particular oil that I told him to go get was spicy, he was thinking, alhamdulillah, he was thinking, he said, you know, and I had them become very familiar with my oils. They're so potent that you only need one drop. So he thought better of it, and he said, "Can you give it to me so that I can make sure it's only one drop?" And I said, "Sure, absolutely." And so no sooner than I put it in his mouth, he's running. He takes off running. It is spicy! And by the time I caught up with him, he's in the kitchen chugging some water. And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he's like, "I feel it burning. I feel it burning." Now, every time that I would do more and more demos and explaining what essential oils are and letting people sample it and whatnot, as I'm telling this, what I'm telling you right now, again, he's an earshot away. So he hears me. He said, "Umi, not only was it spicy," he said, "it burned my tongue." So my children know, and I'm telling you all, taking this or anything, if you don't like the taste or you don't want to taste it, you put it under the tongue so that you don't taste it. And the reason under the tongue is because we have the most nerve endings under our tongue. Okay. And um, so he did that. He put it under his tongue and he felt the burn. And he said, not only that, each time I tell it, he tells more. Not only that, he felt the burn for 2 to 3 days thereafter. Okay. So I'm saying that to tell you, for those of you who think you love spicy, that this is what I equate to that. This was not the oil, but it's neck and neck with that. So if you are not accustomed to spicy, like ghost peppers, habanero, uh, those African bird seed spicy, uh, this I put this up there with it. Okay, so I'm just giving you that disclaimer so that you can proceed with caution. And so the recommendation is to take this 1 teaspoon twice a day. So if you've never taken black seed and this will be your first bottle, I want to suggest to you, work your way up. Maybe you might want to start with 1/4 of a teaspoon or 1/2 of a teaspoon, then work up to 1 teaspoon. And then once you're able to handle the 1 teaspoon, then you can work your way up to taking it twice a day. I personally take this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That's just me. It doesn't say do that. That's just what I do because my background is health and wellness. Alhamdulillah, homeopathic. So, yeah. So I just wanted to make sure you all understand when I tell you spicy, morning. Thank you. Momo, she's back. Hey. Welcome back. Thank you. I don't know if you saw, I messaged you the link and I also have it here on the screen. You can go ahead and click in case you didn't. go ahead and get your Egyptian black seed oil. And now it's not, they don't have it in this size. It's the smaller size, but nonetheless, it's flash sale also. And we got less than 2 hours. You got less than 2 hours to catch that sale. Okay. Um, okay, so let's move on to talk about more benefits. Um, okay, we go up some more here. So, as it relates to the bottling, they bottle weekly to ensure the freshness and maintain the highest quality for us. You are so welcome. Uh, no, sis. You. I guess I don't know if this is a sis or miss, a mister. I don't know. Anyway, no. If you want the best product, it's gonna be spicy. If you want the best black seed, okay. Now this I didn't say this. So I don't. I think you're new. You just came in. So the uh the black seeds themselves, like I said, when he cold presses, uh, okay, when they cold press one time, like I said, they get 2/3 of the oil. They can only extract 2/3 of it. So rather than wasting the remaining third, it's ground up. Okay, it's ground up and it's included with the oil. So that's what, the sediment. And it's not such that you'll choke in taking it's all liquid. I mean, I don't know how you could get it ground like that where it's still liquidy. Yeah, there you go. So that is why it's the whole seed included. It is not, you know, the amount he was able to extract and then they throw away the remaining. No, when you deal with whole food nutrition, you deal with the whole of the seed, of the nut, of the berry, of the flower, 100%, because they all when we deal with whole foods, wholeness, everything has a benefit. Every aspect of it has a benefit. So you don't want to waste any of it. Okay. So he makes sure he doesn't. Um okay. And so let's see here. The oil is made from 100% natural and safe ingredients, making it a perfect addition to your daily health routine. Um, ethically produced by supporting this particular brand, you're not only getting a high quality product, but also contributing to ethical and sustainable farming practices. Okay. Now it didn't give me the information that I had yesterday. Um, hmm. Anyway, I'm gonna try to go from memory. So one thing about where they grow the seeds in Mario, really, a Muslim, a practicing Muslim. I fear Allah. No way. Uh, Anywho, so um, the area in which they grow the seeds is at a very high place in Ethiopia, and it's anything that you can get, and that's why things that are in the mountains, not having trees or anything, um, as it relates to, let's use acid water, rainwater, right? So to make sure that it's actually pure, you want to get it from the highest place, free from where trees would have leaves that, the sediment from um, the rain touching the leaves could actually, have an effect on the water. It's the same with the seeds that they grow. This is the highest level um, and the best soil in that particular area. And that's, and the other part of the cost is because, it's from Ethiopia. It's not something that's here in the US. So one thing I want to share with you all about essential oils is that, each of us, we could take, a seed, right? And each of us can grow it. We're all in different parts of the world, different parts of the country, for those of us in the US, and we could plant it. And then we could come back together when it's harvested and we could taste each other's product. And I tell you, it's going to be different because of the climate in which we all grew whatever it is that we grew. Okay. And so taking that into consideration, like I said, he tested other black seeds from other countries, and the Ethiopian one stood the test of time. Like I said, it's considered the best because he gets awards, for it every year. Everything that I'm telling you, you can, see on their website. And you can obviously go to their website and order directly. But by, ordering from my TikTok shop, you'd be helping me. Okay. So that's the difference. Not only would you be helping him and the company and the people of Ethiopia and everybody that's a part of the company, and giving you your end product, but I don't get a cut of it. I don't get any of that. I don't have any shares in the company or anything like that. I'm blessed, alhamdulillah, Allahumma barak, to have a TikTok shop, and they encourage us, especially whenever they have flash sales, to inform you all, because it is so expensive. And this is the time in which, you can take advantage of it being on sale and get it for less, inshallah. Since I've shared all of that, I would love to hear from any of you all who have taken black seed, whether it's from Bionatal or, from what other countries, and what benefits, how long you've been taking it, what are the benefits, that you have seen for yourself, so others, have an idea of, what to expect, and things of that nature. As for this, again, you can, the wonderful thing, and the understanding that Rashid has, is that this can be used uh, topically, meaning, you can put it on, apply it to your skin. You can also cook with it, obviously, and things of that nature. Now, me personally, I'm not gonna cook with this. I'm just not, because this is too precious for me. With me taking this every day, I'm not gonna cook with it, or I'll have a separate bottle. I haven't got that far yet. But unless, if it's something that requires a recipe that requires black seed, that would be the way that I would, do it. I would, cook whatever I'm cooking with it, so that I can make sure that I'm getting the black seed in that way. But outside of that, and I'm also not going to apply this to my skin, at least not every day. And the reason being, again, is because this is very expensive, you know? And so, I want the maximum benefit, and the maximum benefit is for me to be able to take that 1 teaspoon twice a day, if at all possible. So, um, black seed oil. Yeah, this is black seed oil. I don't understand what you're saying. Let me see. I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, someone's correcting Mario. Okay, got you. Thank you. Baraka Fiki. But yes, black seed oil. And again, dark bottles, glass bottles, to ensure the freshness, the potency, and so it does not go rancid. And I'm telling you, if you all are sitting on the fence, I see many of you all looking in the shop, looking at the product, and none of you all have, clicked to purchase. I'm telling you, it's quite possible that this will sell out before the time ends on their flash sale. It always does. And I'm not just saying that to create urgency. Thank you so much for the hearts. It's true. This is my first, well, excuse me, second time going live, yesterday being the first, to talk to you all specifically about Bionatal's Black Seed. And I'm going to try to make a point whenever I find out that they have the flash sale to definitely, come back on live, because I always have new followers, alhamdulillah, Allahumma barak. and unaware of, you know, this particular brand. Is there a discount for buying more than 100 each order? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Um, there could be. Now, I will say this: for if anybody is here and you're thinking about it, you know, if you this will be your first purchase on TikTok, you will get a discount. If I'm not mistaken, and for those of you who know, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been too long ago that I did it, but I believe you get a $30 coupon or 30%. It's one or the other. It's 30 something. And so this being on sale, you can knock off an extra 30% or $30, right? If you all have not, thank you so much for the follow. That's what I was going to say. If you're not following me, I would appreciate the follow, as I am trying to grow this account to 10K. And the significance of growing this account, whether it's TikTok and or Instagram, is because you can, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, you can uh, be in the position to have TikTok uh, pay you for the content creation that you do. Inshallah, bismillah. So I've been doing content creation for years now, and it's time for me to get paid. Okay. um, you know, uh, I use this for general maintenance. Walaikum salam. I use this for general maintenance. Like I said, right now, in many parts of the world, it's cold flu season, and so you want to make sure that you have increased your immune system, to be able to fight off any germs, that come as a result of being around the elderly, who tend to keep germs in them a little longer because things have slowed down for them. And the same with children, even though with children things they have the highest metabolism, most of them, but nonetheless they get sick the most. um I never I've never cooked with it. I've never cooked with with black seed oil, so I wouldn't know. And I would not. I just, me personally, I wouldn't. Um, I wouldn't. Because and the reason being is because it requires a certain amount of oil, and so I wouldn't. That to me would be wasteful, because what am I going to do after that with it, with the remaining oil? That's just me. I mean, but to each his own. Um, I see others have joined. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you all have been wanting to try Bionatal's essential oil black seed, now is the time. We have less than 2 hours left before the flash sale ends. Normally this is $94. Right now it's $79.90. Okay. And that's this size bottle. There's other ones I have linked that you all can check out. Um, but if you all have been sitting on the fence, you've been wanting to get it and catch it while it's on sale, this is the time. This is the time to do that. This is also the time in which you might want to get this to gift someone else that you love. Uh, because my sister was actually the one who learned about this particular company before I did. Eventually, I know myself, I would have gotten around to it, because I was always looking for something better. There is another brand that I was using. It was an Egyptian black seed oil, but it's difficult. I don't know why they made it so difficult to remove the cap in order to open it. And, you know, I think a couple of times had to break the bottle because I couldn't get it open, and you shouldn't have to do that, right? So, yeah, this is easy to open. I mean, it's completely sealed. Um, and they take pride in how they ship it to you. Thank you so much for joining, Arya. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Jawaria. Oh, okay. Oh, alhamdulillah. How are you? Oh, got my stomach. Sorry. If y'all hear my stomach, forgive me. And I decided not to. have something to eat before coming on here, because I want to make sure you all had enough time to go ahead and make your purchase, inshallah. Now, I am selling this on my Amazon storefront, but it's not on discount right now. So that's why I have everybody that, you know, I normally go live with, about different things I'm talking about, to plug into TikTok, because it's on sale. This is the cheapest you are going to get it. Now, I haven't been watching it, year round, to see if, you know, maybe around Christmas time it might be discounted again, or Black Friday or Cyber Monday or anything like that. But for right now, this is the cheapest. I know I've seen it. I will say that. And they do the flash sales pretty often, because it's a high selling product. Those of us who have it in our shops, those who've been, you know, privy to having their shop before myself, you know, I'm pretty sure they can tell you that they sell out every time they have gone live and informed the people that it's on flash, that they're having a flash sale. Or they'll just do a video. You all need to hurry up and get this now. We're on flash sale. We got so much time left, like this. But I decided, no, I hadn't purposely gone live, much, to promote sales, as it relates to any of the products that a lost bus need to have access to, regarding the TikTok shop or showcase, quote unquote. So, hey, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, again, my name is Radia. I am the proud owner and CEO of Radia Spa Essentials. Presently, it is a mobile spa, and most people know me for cupping or hijama. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma barak, and I'm just reviving a forgotten sunnah, as it relates to that. And so, let's see, I can't see your name. Um, the real Javila. Sorry if I'm messing up your name. So you said it's a great product. What do you know about it? What's your experience been with it? Because I was looking for anybody who's taken black seed, or in particular taken Bionados black seed, so that others who haven't, it's not just me. Uh, your girlfriend uses it. Okay. So what has she shared with you about what she's noticed and having taken it? And do you know how long she's been taking it? And what does she use it for? Since there's, a few different ways it can be used. So anyone else had experience with Bionados black seed oil? Now, I will say this for those of you who I don't like taking pills, but I want to, before someone even asks me, do they have pills? No, they don't. And, I've not asked Rashid this myself, but apparently he knows the same information that Allah's blessed me to know as it relates to taking pills, whether it's a vegan capsule or not, that your body needs time to break down that capsule before you can even get the benefit of what's in the capsule. So, for a person to have the maximum results, it's best to get it into the bloodstream as quickly as possible. And as it relates to taking it orally, that is from under the tongue, where there's the most nerve endings, and it will get into your system within seconds. So yeah, so there's that. And there are different sizes, and I have linked that. Miss Precious, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Um, L, user, thank you all so much for joining. Tara, Smiley, thank you so much for joining. James, thank you so much for joining. Edna, yes, continue to keep those hearts going, because that sends out a message to those that are joining TikTok, or are in other areas of TikTok, and maybe they, yes, maybe they aren't aware that we're live, and so this will be the way in which they can, know that we're here. So uh Miriam, assalamu alaikum, greetings. So um we believe, from the tradition of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, that black seed cures everything with the exception of death. Okay. And this isn't, just something that's only for the Muslims. But, because we believe that Allah, the revelation of the Quran was for all of mankind. And so anything that is good for us is good for all of mankind. And so, I can't make medical claims, but this is from the Sunnah that Allah has said for every malady He's created its medicine. Or some interpret that, according to my friend, she feels that that's the wrong interpretation. But for every malady He's created his cure, is what you'll hear most people say. But she said it's medicine. And so we know that food is a source of medicine. Before there were medications, there was food. Okay. The amount of okay. You don't have to be here. Bye bye. Okay. So anyone else? I see more are joining. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I know for those of you that are on Instagram and Facebook and possibly LinkedIn, YouTube, for the most part, I normally, have you all to check out my Amazon store. And you can do that if that's what you prefer. Knock yourself out, however you choose to do it, and you're willing to support me. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. However, right now, and I checked to make sure, Amazon does not have this on sale, but TikTok does. Okay, so this is why I'm here to share with you all about it, so that you all can take advantage of getting it while it's on sale. And we have less than 2 hours in order to get it for $79.90. This is normally $94 or 96. You all can correct me if I'm wrong. It's either 96 or 94. Regardless, um, right now, $79.90. If this is going to be your first purchase inside of TikTok, you're going to get an extra $30 or 30%. Okay. So um, there's that. Any other questions? Anyone else that, for those of you who have just joined, had any experience taking black seed oil, in particular, this particular company, or in general? We would love to hear, what results you have had in having taken it. Another thing that I have noticed, as did my youngest daughter, because she was the person who had done my hair, was that it helped with my hair growth. It did help with my hair growth. I can only talk about what it has done for me. Okay. And so there's that. And then yeah, of course you can't see my hair, and you won't. But I'm telling you what I have noticed my results were. Okay. So um yeah, one of my videos, I didn't intend for it to necessarily be for the hair growth, but that's a side effect. You might be looking to build up your immune system. Well, I'm here to tell you, you might be growing some hair as a result as well. Um, and so the other thing that I want to highlight is that this contains all three omegas, 3, 6, and 9, and the highest concentration of omegas in one product that I've seen personally. So, and of course, I haven't checked everything, but from what I've checked, of the products, I'm very particular about what I take. And, some of us, we have to get our omegas, the fish oils and things of this nature. Well, the black seed oil, one of the benefits of it, aside from the high TQ count antioxidants are the omegas that are in it. Okay. So, anyone else with any experiences that you care to share would be greatly appreciated, inshallah. For those of you that are on whatever you're on outside of TikTok, um, you can click the link in my bio, excuse me, my bio. We're not supposed to say that. I learned that was like a no. Um, you can click the link in the link tree. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. And look for the Amazon storefront, Radia Spa Essentials. And, if, like I said, you could either one. Waalaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Wherever you want to support me, hey, I'll take it all. Thank you so much for the hearts. And so just sharing the rules of engagement for those of you unaware, so that more people are able to see, like, and or follow or join the conversation, is by tapping the screen several times. That will, send out hearts to those who are not online with us, that, we're here. Maybe you might want to go ahead and listen to the conversation, join the conversation. Also, you could do it the traditional way. There's an arrow at the end of your screen on your phone. You can share that, to your live, to your wall, to your feed, for others to become aware of the conversation so that they can join as well. So I see more and more joining. I'm here to inform you, you have less than 1 hour to 2 hours, it's almost 1 hour left. If you have not made the purchase of this black seed oil, whether it be this size or let's see, is it going to tell me? Let me tell you the other size here. Let me see. The other size. Okay, so the Egyptian black seed oil, there is a 16 ounce of it, and that is also on sale. Normally $55. Okay, I was right, 94. Yeah, you got 50 minutes. 50 minutes. It finally showed 50 minutes. So let's see. All of their different sizes, the Egyptian as well as the Ethiopian, is on flash sale, and it ends in 49 minutes, inshallah. So this size bottle, the Ethiopian one, 16 ounce, it regularly sells for 94, and right now it's 79.90. The 4.2 ounce size would normally be $39, and it is now $33.93. And then the Egyptian black seed oil 16 ounce is $46.75. Regularly, it would be $55. Okay. And I also, just in case, there's some of you all that are into soaps. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. They do have a black seed soap that you can buy, and it's two of them, 4.2 ounces, and that is $36. That's not on sale, but I just put that there in case you want to get that too. Again, for those of you preparing for holidays, this would be a great gift. Any size of any of the size, any of the products that I've mentioned would be great for a gift. Anytime, just because it's it's cold flu season, just because I love you, you know. So I do see others have joined. Thank you so much for joining. I am on here to share with you. You have less than 1 hour now to get the black seed oil while it is on this flash sale. I'm just showing you this size. All of their sizes are on sale. And there is a difference between the Ethiopian and the Egyptian. The Ethiopian is the strongest, And so, if you want that potency and you know, you think you can handle spice, this is the one you want. But if you're concerned about the potency, the Egyptian version would be the one that you would want to take, or to have and give to your children, inshallah. So, um, any questions? Thank you all so much for joining. If you are not following me, I do request kindly that you follow any posts that any information that I put out there. I would love for you all to engage, and remember, I don't know if you all know the rules of engagement as it relates to TikTok is that you start from the bottom up, always from the bottom up. Why? Because um there's the most engagement. You want to go with the highest number. Everything is assigned a number, and so starting from the bottom, you know you'll get the highest points there, and then you work your way up. Don't forget to thank you so much for the hearts. Don't forget to make sure that whether you actually personally share the information by copying that link, you still want to copy it, because TikTok thinks that you're going to send it to someone, even if you don't do that. So there's that. As far as commentary, we're looking for more than 5 words, or questions. You might have questions. More than 5 words is the aim, inshallah, for true engagement. And yeah, thank you again so much for the hearts, and for liking the live. Hopefully, you all, if you have not, started following me, you will. Any suggestions that you have for me would be greatly appreciated, as well, inshallah. Today, for those of you that, follow my Radia's Real Talk today, we're going to have a conversation in there. And if I have time, I'll come back here later to this account, Pad Specialist, to try to get back on finishing the ABCs of wellness as it relates to self care. Some of you all, if you haven't caught that, you might want to join. I can't tell you what time that's going to be because I need to do the other room first. And I'll probably, whenever I get off here, I'll probably give myself about an hour, so I can, fix my breakfast. And then plus I was intending to have already put up my post for today, one of them anyway, but I didn't get to. So I have that to do as well. So yes, I definitely want all of that done before I hop on here for the community conversation today, inshallah. And if you know of great conversationalists that feel could benefit us as a community, be sure to let them know about me, our conversations. Let them know, or let me know as well. And for those of you that don't know, and you may want to be able to speak, um, the conversation will be on TikTok, and so TikTok is. Uh, Okay, TikTok just sent me a notice. I wanted to make sure I wasn't making any violations here. ah, but um, alhamdulillah, we're all good. um, so I usually will allow those that come on Clubhouse to speak. So if at any time on a Wednesday when we do Muslim Women Wednesday, or on a Sunday or Saturday. And then I'm also sometimes in there on Thursdays. Those would be the times and days. If you have something that you want to contribute and you don't want to do all this typing, you're welcome to join the house, taking care of 5 before 5, so that you'll have an opportunity to be vocal. And you just simply raise your hand, and I bring you to the stage and allow you to speak. But I do thank everybody who is here and that has started to follow me. And let's see, what is this thing saying? Uh, uh, okay. Oops. Okay. I wasn't supposed to. mention to you all my other other place of where you all can get this from me. So my apologies to TikTok and to you all. Um, I'm just making sure I'm covering everybody. I'm just here to share with you that right now, in the TikTok shop, that we are having the flash sale for the Bionato Black Seed Oil. You have less than 1 hour. Okay. Um, Christopher, I don't know what you mean by no. What's that supposed to mean? Um, okay, I see it. What? No, what? What? Okay. Anywho, um, I want to inform you all, for those of you who haven't been schooled, who have no edeb, have no etiquette. I have zero tolerance for ignorance. I don't warn you. I don't engage. I just block you. That's all. Just letting you know. So if I see something that I don't like, that you have said, be prepared to be blocked. Okay. So there's that. Um, any questions that you all may have about Bionato or the black seed, or anything like that? So I'm bringing back up the product information in case some of y'all may have questions. So again, this is sourced. This one in particular that I'm holding in my hand is sourced from the Ethiopian black seeds. Okay. And I'm here to tell you that this is the best, the absolutely best in the world. And I will say that um, with confidence. You can go on their website and see the proof for yourself. Every year, Rashid and Bionatal um, receives rewards. I keep saying reward awards for having been the best product. So this is I'm speaking from a place of privilege in that regard. But other than that, you all want to get this. It's on sale. It's on sale. And if this is going to be your first purchase, you're looking at getting it around $50. You can't beat that, you know. So the product, this one, along with some of the other products, the Egyptian version of this is also there. Feel free to click it so that you can take advantage of it being on sale, inshallah. Um, Minnie, thank you so much for joining. Pink, thank you again as well for joining. Again, if you all are not following me, I would love to follow so that I can grow this account to 10K, inshallah. So, any questions about Black Seed or Bionatal? If there's anybody here that has used Bionatal's Black Seed, or even if you haven't, but you have a testimonial as it relates to your experience having taken Black Seed, just so that others are aware of you know experiences and how they used it. Like I said, you can use it topically, you can cook with it, or you can take it internally. um, the the suggestion is to take it under your tongue so that you don't taste it, because not many people can handle the taste. It's very, very strong. So I would not give, especially the Ethiopian one, to small children or even the elderly for that matter. Because they're the most sensitive as it relates to taste. Not without actually maybe fix a smoothie or give them some kind of milk to take with it. To lessen the sting, the burn, whatever the vocabulary is that you prefer to say. Um, Inshallah. Oh my goodness. The more I keep trying to get stuff off of here, the more that keeps coming. That's why I was afraid to even do that. But thank you all so much for joining. Again, you got less than 1 hour. If you haven't looked at my TikTok shop, and perhaps now would be the time that you would want to do that. And in particular, if you have been wanting to get black seed oil, I'm telling you, this is the best. This is the best that I have come across. And I'm not just saying that, they have receipts. They have receipts. They have proof of that. All of their information, if you want to know about, how they grow it, how they harvest, the process of the cold press, the labs that have done independent studies on the results of, or the finished product. All of that is on their website. Um, Again, this is the best I've come across. And I've been taking black seed, not the oil, the different variations of black seed, um, for at least 30 years, close to 30 years, if not 30 years. So, yeah, it might even be more than that, off and on, of course. So, um, yeah, I was always looking for something, that was absolute potent, the most potent. And, I got an immediate confirmation, with the first spoonful that I had taken, that, this is, and even before that, and, when you get yours, and they do, alhamdulillah, they do, um, ship out very quickly. They're very good with that. So, it shouldn't take you long to receive your product or products, in case you might want to get more than one. Um, but I smelled it before I even opened it. Yeah, I smelled it. So, and then, when you open it, obviously, you smell it that way as well. In case you don't smell it through the box that it comes in. But they wrap it very well, you know, to ensure, inshallah, that it doesn't break. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Laura, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Um, Patty, thank you so much for joining. Anyone else that has had any experience with Black Seed that you care to share? Any, especially if it's been with Bionatal. Have you had any experience at all with Suhaila? Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Um, Assalamu alaikum. Uh, Frankie, thank you so much for joining. Kate, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Um, but if you have been wanting to get black seed oil, you have less than 1 hour. Let's see how much time at least. 34 minutes. You have 34 minutes to get this at the discounted rate of $79.90. Okay. Otherwise, it's going to go back up to $94 for the 16 ounce. They do have other sizes available, and that is also on sale also. So feel free. I have all of those links. I can't see them, but from the way I have it set up, as I understand, the links are there. I keep seeing some of you all. It shows when you all are looking at the product. And it also shows whenever a purchase is made as well, which I have not seen yet. Qadar Allah ma shafa'a. So, and you can buy this from any of us here in TikTok. Those of us who have stores or shops or showcases. But of course, I would appreciate the purchase, to help me. I am an unmarried mother of 4 young adult children, and this, any money that I make from TikTok would be greatly appreciated. I am trying to uh, create a stream of income, a consistent income from TikTok. I'm trying to grow this account to 10K. So if you can help me with that, please do. If you're not following me, I would love to follow, inshallah. And any of the content that I have, I would love the engagement, because that will help the the posts that I made grow. Uh, it may even get people interested in following me as well. So all of that would be greatly appreciated. Um, Anyone here again that has taken black seed oil that cares to share your benefit. Um, yeah, no, if you're not accustomed to what we call detoxing, you could very well detox from this. And so I always suggest, if you're new to bionatals, black seed oil in particular, that you start off maybe with a half, well, excuse me, not even that, a fourth of a teaspoon. Then you can work up to a half a teaspoon. And then, what you should be taking, which is 1 teaspoon. And then maybe, from there, you might want to go ahead and take it twice a day. So once or twice a day is the recommendation. But if depending on how you feel about your detox, and let me tell you what detox symptoms you might expect, or every person is different. Okay. So I give you the worst case scenario. So you could have flu-like symptoms. So you may be thinking, oh my God, I'm coming down sick. I thought this is supposed to help with the immune system. Well, if you have been giving yourself junk, that, you've had a lot of toxins, um, and now you're going to take a pure product, um, and you're trying to alkalize your body. So your body needs an opportunity or a way to get rid of the toxins that you have been putting in it. And so it's going to, give you flu-like symptoms, which could be chills, it could be fever, it could be coughing, sneezing, uh, either frequent urination or good bowel movements, you know, um, itching. Trying to remember all the different ways in which detox has shown up for me. I've had all of those. And um, the amount of time that you can expect it under normal circumstances, again, everybody is different, could be anywhere from 3 to 5 days. My longest detox was 5 days. I want to say it was either 5 or 7 days. And, so just so you're aware of what to expect. Um, and as far as the itching, that can be on the palms of your hand and or the bottoms of your feet, as well as any and everything in between. It all depends. Um, and I have no way of telling you, specifically, where yours will be, if that becomes a response. I won't even say reaction, but a response, um, to having taken black seed. Okay. So I do see a number of people that have joined. Thank you so much for joining. I pray Allah that you follow me. I am trying to grow this account to 10K, inshallah. And, I came on here, I meant to come on here last night. I was on earlier in the day yesterday, and I had told everybody there that, they could catch me again in the evening. But my body has rights over me, and I couldn't do it. I went to bed early. And so I said, I still looked at the time that was left, for the sale. And I said, let me hop on here again this morning. Apologize to you all who may have been looking for me last night, and inform you or remind you that Bionato's Black Seed is on sale. Um, they do have them often, but we never know when. We don't get an advance notice. On such and such date, we're gonna go. We're gonna have a flash sale. It doesn't work like that. I literally, because I had the intention of coming to you all with the first product that I introduced, in terms of, having gotten the invite to be a TikTok shop affiliate. This was one of my first products. So I said, let me start with the first product first. And so in my, doing all of this, I was like, oh, they're having a flash sale, even better. So here, I'm here because of the flash sale, and because, like I said, this was the very first product that Allah blessed me to start to create content about, specifically for the TikTok shop. So, anyone else with any questions? I see more and more people coming through. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. I would appreciate the follow also, so that I can grow this account to 10K, inshallah, so that I can be one of those influencers, people that are, um, getting paid from TikTok. Um, and for those of you who may be thinking about becoming a TikTok shop affiliate, I want to encourage you. You should. You absolutely should, especially, if you're looking for a way to supplement your income, and or replace the income, i.e. job. um, uh, is that Fahima? Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Monica, thank you so much for joining, and welcome. So yeah, this is the best. And I'm not just saying that to be biased. Brother Rashid has receipts that his black seed oil is the best in the world, not just in the US, in the world. In the world. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's okay. This is, I wonder why I'm not seeing that on here. So I wanted to read it bigger. Is it $79 or is it wrong? No, it's 79. 79.90. And you have 25 minutes if you want to get it at that price to get it. Okay. Otherwise, it's going back up to its regular price, which is $94 for this particular size. So I put both the Egyptian as well as the Ethiopian in, so that you all can check it out. Among a couple of other things, like I mentioned, they also have and make black seed oil soaps. There's 2 bars that you would get. Let me find that again. 4.2 ounces, and that's $36. Okay. So, yeah, the Egyptian black seed oil 16 ounce is only $46.75 versus the Ethiopian being $79.90. And why the difference? Because this one is stronger than the Egyptian, And so for those of you who have sensitivity to spicy, or maybe you're giving it to small children or elderly, then you would want to go with the Egyptian black seed oil versus the Ethiopian. Don't say I didn't tell you. And so some of you all, you think you like spicy, you eat, spicy food and things of this nature. Well, I don't know what your level of spicy is, but this is very, very spicy. And so I personally, I take it straight. And if I took it with water, I'm cool with it because I'm accustomed to doing that sort of thing. But for you all who may not be accustomed to spicy, I would strongly suggest that you take it with some form of milk, be that dairy or the non-dairy version, but that's what you want to subside the burn, the spiciness. Okay. So again, this has the highest concentration of TQ. TQ, if you're gonna make me say it, thermoquinine, and it's 4.64%, and that just lets you know the high concentration of antioxidants that are contained in this bottle. And then it has omegas 3, 6, and 9, and that's the highest concentration that I personally have seen in a black seed. So yes, thank you so much for the hearts. And for those of you who are unaware, the hearts, isn't just for, and it could be, some people give you the hearts because they like you, they like what you're saying, but it also sends out, it's part of the algorithm. That's what sends out a message to the rest of TikTok to let them know that we're live. Okay, must be very good. Can you also cut it and mix it with another oil? You can. Yeah, you know, people who, are in the oil making business do it all the time. They don't let you know that they're cutting it. But yeah, you could. So like what I what I don't do this for those of you that don't know. I have a mobile spa service, and um in particular for like the trigger point therapy clients, um, I use fractionated coconut oil, um, among other essential oils, right? So I would not use the black seed oil for that. Now, what I have done and have begun to do is to use this for my hijama or cupping clients, because it's targeted areas. It's not all over the whole body. And I'm using that straight. But yeah, you could very well use it, cut it, so that, a little goes a long way, that kind of thing. Yeah. And I would think, uh, knowing what little I know, that by taking, such a great product and putting it with a coconut oil, let's say, because as far as I'm concerned, if you want to match oils, that to me that would be the one I would match it with, because they both have antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial properties. So you want to match, the oil. Um, it would then take, the coconut oil would then take on the properties of the black seed oil. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Feel free to follow me. I am trying. Thank you. I am trying to grow this account to 10K, inshallah, so that TikTok can begin to pay me as a content creator, and inshallah an influencer. Eventually, inshallah. Haven't reached that status just yet. Inshallah, I will. Um, for those of you unfamiliar, and you all can look for it. I have a video that inshallah is on its way to becoming viral. As far as I was concerned, it's already there. It's over 100K. But from what my children, my young adult children, have told me, viral means 1 million. So, inshallah, inshallah. So, um, for those of you who are accustomed to taking black seed, we would, I do ask, I've been doing it periodically. If you could share with those who are unfamiliar with black seed oil, what results you've had. And have you in particular, thank you so much for the hearts, have you in particular taken Bionatal's black seed? Let me know. Let me see, is this up to date? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. I didn't want to miss anybody. Um, and for those of you unaware, I am on multiple streams here. This is like Command Central. So I have Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as StreamYard. Okay. You know, it gets old. You're on one stream and then you got to download and upload to all the others. No, just knock it all out at the same time. So. So if you see me looking from different directions, this is why. What about your hair? Is it good for that purpose? I'd like to know as well. Um, so you mean like a hot oil treatment? Is that what you mean? Now I will say, for me personally, and this is not something I've heard others say. Yes, hot oil. This is what I would do if you wanted that hot oil experience. That would be something I would cut. I wouldn't use all of my, it's expensive, you know, um, unless you got it like that. I personally wouldn't, because of the expense, and because, I want to be able to take it internally. But in that instance, I would cut it. I would use some with whatever the oil is that you normally use for your hot oil treatment, and proceed that way. But to use it straight, I mean, you could do that. Like I said, I personally wouldn't, only because I want to be able to take this every day, and I don't want to have to buy a new bottle every month just because I'm using it on my hair as well. That's just me. Um, but yeah, that's how I would personally do it if I were going to use it as a hot oil treatment. But if I didn't say it, I know I've said it before throughout this live, that I've noticed hair growth as a result of taking it internally. So I don't know if that's a need of yours or desire, but that's like a side effect. That wasn't the whole. That wasn't. I didn't even know that that would happen. So it was my one of my side effects. I take this for maintenance. Of making sure my immune system is good. Yeah. So what are we using it for? The body or drinking? Um, Me drinking. Again, you can use this topically. You can use it on your hair. Um, but I'm taking it to maintain, um, my health. To protect me from, what comes with cold flu season, right? So, but each person can take it how they want, and that's why I want people to share what their experiences are in taking Black Seed. How do you take it? What do you do with it? What results have you had? We can't make claims or anything like that. I can only share with you my results. So I'm in compliance with the company, the product, with TikTok. So yeah, I had our okay. You're welcome. Yeah. So anyone else? Questions? You've got 15 minutes. I'm gonna stay on here until the time is up, even though I'm hungry. I didn't eat anything before I came on here. I started at 9:39, and yeah, I didn't even have my smoothie. So that's what I'm prepared to do. I will be back on later for the community conversation that we will have in on my channel. Radia's Real Talk, but I'll be streaming it, throughout all of social media as well. But I will, be operating mainly from, obviously TikTok, but and I'll see if I can get on Instagram on that account as well. We'll see. If not, but for sure on Clubhouse too. I haven't decided what we're going to be talking about, but if there's a concern that you have that the community should know about, or we should have a discussion on, be sure to let me know. And if you want to join the house that will be in on Clubhouse, it is called Taking Care of Five Before Five. And that is the house in which, or place in which, I do allow, if anybody wants to do any talking, that is the only platform that I use for that. Because all of my conversations began there, and so they're spoiled. I give them top priority for that privilege. And plus, I know them. I've been doing this I've been on Clubhouse for almost 4 years now, alhamdulillah, Allahumma barik. And so everybody knows me there for the most part, and they know what I tolerate and don't tolerate, and everybody's on their best behavior. And even if I don't catch someone who knows me, they're usually there, and they handle it, on my behalf. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma barik. So, um, last call, you guys. It's getting that time. If you're it's been listening to me and you just waiting, you've been one of those who've been browsing, sitting on the fence. You've got 13 minutes left to make that purchase before the increase of the price. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Um, yeah, so normally this size bottle is $94. And right now it is on sale for $79.90. It's a steal. This is a steal. I don't know when it will be on flash sale again, and I don't know that it will be any cheaper than this. This seems to be the price that they always have it as, or at least that's what I've seen. Maybe some of you all know differently, but I haven't had the pleasure of being a TikTok affiliate for too long. So, I only have limited knowledge. Thank you so much for the hearts. Alhamdulillah. Yes, if you are not following me, I would love to follow, inshallah, trying to, get this account to 10K, inshallah, so that a sister can get paid, pay off these debts, make Hajj, inshallah, all of the above. So help me out, and again, you can get this from anyone else of us that are, have this in our shop on TikTok, but I would appreciate, if you would get it from me. So the link is somewhere. I don't see it, but I know I linked it, so that it'd be easier for you all to get it if you all wanted to go ahead and make that purchase. Alhamdulillah, last night I was able to sell 3 bottles, alhamdulillah. So I want to thank those of you who did patronize me, Barakallahu Fikum, for, getting it from me and allowing me to benefit. So, Suzanne, thank you so much for joining. Mama Amir, or let's see, Mama Amir or Mom Amir. Sherry, Angela, thank you all so much for joining. Welcome. I saw some other names, but as more people come, you don't see those names anymore. So I apologize. Duke Boy, thank you so much for joining. Isa or SA. Mel, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Suzanne, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Lucas, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Yolanda, thank you. Sammy, thank you. Junior Gonzalez, thank you so much for the hearts. Yes, so we are here to inform you all, if you all have been waiting for the opportunity to buy the Bionado black seed oil, now is the time. You have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get it at the sale price. If you want this particular size, there are other sizes. This is the Ethiopian one in particular. It is on special for $79.90. The Egyptian 16 ounce is available for $46.75. So you don't have to get this one. You could get, the Egyptian one if you prefer. And then I have, other things here that you can check out as it relates to Bionado. But I chose, with the exception of the soap, I chose the ones that are on sale so that you all could take advantage of their flash sale, inshallah. So any questions? If you know, it's glass, dark bottle to preserve the nutrients of the oil so it doesn't go rancid. So yeah. So you're paying for everything, the packaging, the product, all of that. Anyone else with any questions? Anybody here that has taken black seed oil before, whether it's Bionados or another company? We'd love to know what your results are, how you used it, and if you'd be willing to try. If I could give you a sample, that's who I am. Everybody knows me from that. I usually have gatherings where I do focus groups or demos, and I have on hand the product in which I'm going to be speaking about so that you can get a sample. But since we're all virtual, I can't do that. So yes, go ahead, check it out. You have now 8 minutes to make your purchase if you are intending to buy the black seed Bionado oil, especially this size, the Ethiopian one. Okay. I can't see because of that. Okay. So anyone with any questions, anything that you would like to share? Okay. Mustafa, Olive, Asha. Yeah, Asha. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. Ahlan. Thank you all so much for joining. Again, if you've been sitting on the fence about getting Bionato's black seed oil, you know, get it now so that you can try it. Morning. Oh, I didn't see that. No, we don't do that. I don't like that word. So there we go. Anyone else? Feel free to share. There are those here that have not had the pleasure of using Bionato's black seed oil. And so let me see, is there anything I can do with this? Get rid of this comment. Ugh. Let me see what I can do. Maybe now I can. Nope. Okay. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. Welcome. If you are new to me, my name is Radia. I'm the proud owner of Radia Spa Essentials here in Georgia. It is a mobile spa service that we provide, or services that we provide. Most know me for cupping or hijama. And so I decided to come on here to talk to you all about Bionato's black seed oil because this was the very first product that allowed blessed me to share with you all by way of getting accepted into the affiliate program here on TikTok. So I felt it would only be, um, right that I come on here to talk about the product that, I first became familiar with and shared. So wanted to inform you. I didn't know this, going in prior to that this was on sale. But since it is, I've been that much more intentional, at least in sharing that with you now twice, so that, for those that may want to try it or have been waiting for the sale price, could get it at the sale price. So you have now 5 minutes. And so once the 5 minutes are up, I'll hop off, have my breakfast, inshallah, then prepare for the next room or conversation or live that I'll be doing today. And for those of you unfamiliar with that particular account that we'll be doing it in, it is Radia's Real Talk. Okay, so feel free to follow that channel so that when we go live there, you're alerted, inshallah. And I can't give you an exact time of when I'll do it. Probably within an hour after I get off from here, to give myself time to eat and figure out what our conversation is going to be about today. I thought I had already taken care of that, but I see I didn't. So I have to figure it out, inshallah. So I see more and more people are joining. Thank you so much for joining. If you are not following me, I would love to follow. I am trying to grow this account to 10K, inshallah. I'm here to present to you or remind you with regards to Bionato's Black Seed Flash Sale. If you've been wanting to try the Black Seed, this now is the time. Now would be the time to do that because of the sale. Unless you don't care whether it's on sale or it's not, you're gonna get it. And I'm one of those, especially when I find a good product. So that's just me. But any questions? Anyone else that has used black seed oil that cares to share what results you've had? Anyone that has had experience using Bionato's black seed oil, feel free to share so that others are aware, inshallah. So yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you guys. So if you wanted to go ahead and get the product at the discount with this flash sale, now's the time. If this is going to be your first purchase on TikTok, be sure to look for the coupon that they give you so that you can get an additional savings off of the product, inshallah. It's either $30 or 30%. I cannot remember, and it could be more or less than that. It's been a minute since I did it, so I don't know, what that is. But nonetheless, either it'll be free shipping. They give you some perks. for making your purchase with TikTok for the first time. So, yeah. Um, Sissy, sexy lady, thank you so much for joining. Um, if you are new to me, and Debbie, thank you so much for joining. Um, if, I would appreciate the follow because I am trying to grow this account to 10K, inshallah. I just hopped on here, to inform and remind, for those that may have wanted to get this black seed oil, that there is a flash sale that is now ending in 2 minutes. If you want to get it at, the sale price. And it's the different sizes that are on sale. I have them available. You just click the link so that you all can see it and make that purchase if that is something you desire to do. I am highly recommending this for those of you who have compromised immune systems, that maybe you have contact with others who have compromised immune systems, and that would more obviously be children and or the elderly. For you doctors and nurses, I advise, if I may, advise that have this in your medicine cabinet, manner of speaking, so that your immune system isn't compromised. The more people that you come in contact with, that may get sick, or are prone to sickness, as a shield to protect you, right? And so again, this size bottle is normally $94. It is on sale and for the next minute for $79.90. This is the Ethiopian one. There is an Egyptian one that is on sale for $46.75, regularly $55. So 54 is it's almost time, you guys. And like I said, once it's the time is up, I'll get off of here so that I can prepare myself for the next conversation I'll be having live, inshallah. And I want to thank you all so much for joining and for the follows. Continue to follow me, check out my content. I'm not boasting or bragging or anything, but quite a few people like my content. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 19 seconds. If you're ready to make this purchase, now's the time. It's getting ready to go back up to the regular price. Okay, so um, thank you all again for joining, and I'll be signing off as soon as 2 and 1. All right, so it is now the regular price. It's over. Yeah, they didn't sell out, but let's see. Is it gonna let me? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's that's it. That's all, folks. Alrighty, so thank you all so much for joining. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the hearts. Feel free, if you are not already following Radia's Real Talk, to join me there. If you want to come on Clubhouse, we are going to be in Taking Care of Five Before Five. It will be a community conversation that we will have. I haven't decided specifically what it will be. So feel free to join that conversation. Again, I thank you all so much for everything that you all have done to help, get my information out there, get, people exposed to me as well. And I will close with dua. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minadh dhalimin. And Ameen. And as I always say, have a good rest of your day. Be resilient, inshallah. And inshallah, see you on my other channel a little later, maybe an hour from now, inshallah. So, again, thank you so much.